Hey, this is Matt from InvestiQuant. Today is Wednesday, January 4, 2023. Yesterday was a pretty weak day in the markets. We had a sizable gap up that after an initial quick test higher rolled over and kept going lower most of the session before a late day bounce. And we ended up with a sizable range, decent volume, and what's called a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. And that's what we'll be looking at this morning, is what has happened following that bearish engulfing candlestick pattern. I've grabbed all four instruments. Our setups based upon entering long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, currently, the overnight session is testing higher. I'm going to add that to the test by going to the gap direction, clicking on gap up. The next thing I'm going to do is go to the price patterns library, and I'm going to grab that candlestick pattern. I'm going to grab it from the active today, which is telling you what is true out of this library for today's session. So in the candlesticks, we've got two different options, bearish engulfing and bearish outside. They're both fairly similar patterns. I'm going to go with the engulfing pattern here, and then I'm going to go to the indicators library. And from here, I'm going to click on below a 200-day simple moving average. I'd normally add a 10 as well, but this pattern doesn't happen all that often, so I'm just going to do the 200 today just to keep a few more samples in here. And then I'm going to click on View Results. All right, here we go. These are the results based upon entering the market long at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, exiting at 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time, when you are gapping up when the prior session had a bearish engulfing candlestick pattern that closed below a 200-day simple moving average. Historically, we have 25 samples in the S&P. We've got 26 in the NASDAQ, 21 in the Dow, 36 in the Russell. Win rate on this one coming in very neutral for the S&P, just 48% here. The NASDAQ's a bit stronger at 65% of them closing above the opening print. The Dow's the strongest of the group, 76%. And then the Russell coming in at 56%. If we look at the average moves for the S&P, the average win larger than the average loss. That's also the case here for the NASDAQ. The Dow is pretty similar in size, and the Russell a little bit larger on the average loss. So two of them have larger average wins. 3 out of the 4 are skewed a little bit more towards the upside, with the NASDAQ and the Dow being the strongest of the group. Hopefully you found that helpful. Good luck today. We will see you next time.